Thank you so much for writing a lot of comments on the YouTube channel, and I'm so excited to make gear demo, also more lesson, my guitar lesson, and then I decided to do coding, like almost like a easy way to find my lessons, and because everybody has similar titles, and so if you go TFGL, mean Tomo Fujita guitar lesson, and I made up to 9, I believe, and then I did TFGD, mean gear demo. So if you go to YouTube and type TFGD, and then it's come up all my gear demo, and here this one I will call TFTT. I don't know what's the best. Tomo Fujita Tomo Talk, it's simple, right? And then last one, Berkeley Private Guitar Lesson, BPGL, and I have a lot of questions, especially this Tomo Talks. And a lot of people ask me, more trial lesson with phrasing, and first please do a little bit more studying TFGL 3, and just go over vertical from the top to bottom, and then horizontal, and then same ones, three types, right? And key of C, and you can do B flat or F, a different key, and then just like an example, you can do top three notes, you can go up and down. Blues, you can do that, and then you can apply different tune. And I will talk a little bit about a few questions and the requests I had. So far I had a lot of people request, please do my song I Like Your Smile. So I did that song and TFGL 9. And funny part is I made Japanese version first, and then English version, and just run out of memory. I mean, like run out of space, so it's cut off. But that English version I play more single note solo, so you can watch both, right? And a lot of people request me how to build a foundation. That's I want to talk about a little bit. And somebody was yeah, that was a really good one. Somebody was practicing my accelerate your guitar playing DVD, but then kind of hit the wall, not be able to play improvisation well, and that I could tell. I think need to have a little bit more resource from old records, really good records to listen to. And then a lot of young people, I think, it's fortunate we have a YouTube, we have so much resource to understand, guitar technique and idea. But what happened is too much information that really not going well, just because almost a teaching easy way, learn this shape, learn this, that you can play such. So it's like once you fall into that, you can satisfy to yourself, but I don't think you can really learn, you know world class, really good level, just because you need to have more than that, so that's we have to talk about building foundation to next level. And then most of asked the question was like, what's the difference memorization and learning? Memorization is just physically you memorize by visually, but then learning is not expect fast to get the result, and listen really carefully to hear the notes and play. So that takes more longer. I mean, eventually you can say you're memorizing, but you hear intervals, pitch before you play, So if you work on triads, do, mi, so, like those singing, you have to do a little bit. So if you sing, you can hear right before you play, same as an improvisation, You have to hear something, and then you have to get to that, not just memorize and play. Because if you do that, what if other person say something different? Then how are you gonna say? You can't just say what you memorize. So, and right. So now um, And then one more, like a solo. Somebody asked me soloing with adding chords, because I do a lot of soloing. I add a third and seven or triads. And then yesterday somebody asked me about the business aspect, because this, it's fun, playing music, but somehow you have to make a living. And that's we'll talk, and very important. I'm learning. I'm learning from a lot of people, and see, so this is kind of fun part too. Yeah, but the bottom line is this: you and me, everybody, we only have 24 hours a day to do something. And somebody always doing something better than you and better than me, of course. That's fine. Again, like I always tell this thing, don't worry, because nothing will change if you worry about it now. But you have to think about it. Don't compare. Just because if you compare, you put yourself down. But if you learn from somebody, that's good, positive way. Yeah, don't expect too fast. Because we do. Because, Instagram, YouTube, everybody does great. And then if you watch, oh, wow, I have to do this fast. No. You don't have to do that. You keep your space. So that's why you have to do this. Really important. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Thankful what you have already. Amazing. Yeah. I mean, this is amazing. I'm just have a free time. That's amazing. That's unbelievable. So you have to thank for that. And then the most asked question, I think, solo over chord changes, like means, really navigating chord progression. So this all come back to how to practice, what to practice. And this is where people, confuse. People always ask, how long to practice? So first, right, how to practice? And I always ask a questionnaire to all my students, and then when we have a lesson, especially Berkeley students and Skype lesson students, this is most answer from my question. So how you practice usually? Well, I turn the computer. I just look up YouTube, just find something cool, groove, and I just play, I find and play it. Okay. And after, what do you do? Oh, just a same thing, just something fun. It's fine. It's just to play. Okay. So my reaction is, so you don't practice, you just play. So right there, it almost like there's no differentiate, between playing or playing performance or preparing, practicing. So that's like a little bit different. So having foundation means really good, strong, techniques, knowledge, and all that. So that's, you have to kind of build up. You have to build. You can't just buy. So how to practice? So maybe you can do practice routine. There's just a little bit. Again, this one you don't want to be too rigid, strict about this one. Maybe TFGL number 1, chromatic scale. Again, you can make much more, simple chromatic scale. That's fine. And then you do that, maybe 5 minutes. Okay. Next one, you study TFGL number 3, which is triads. So you do, C, vertical, horizontal, the same one, but you have to really do slowly. Then maybe different key, maybe blues, chord progression, maybe A, E, F sharp, D, or E, B, C sharp, A, like that. Simple chord progression. Then you can work on maybe 15 minutes. 15 minutes is, I think, really good. So if somebody tell me I practice triad 1 hour, then I'll no, because too much. You can learn too much. You have to learn slowly. So slowly every day, and and then TFGL number 4, which is root 37, that gives you chord progression. So you can practice blues, jazz blues, maybe standards. You can do anything you want. Like that. So yeah, so how about that? Practice routine. Think about this week. Practice routine. Do something around half an hour, 45 minutes. What do you think? And then maybe between, session, maybe 3 minutes, 5 minutes break, because you have to kind of reset your mind and then practice. So if you don't plan to practice, that's probably not really great way to run your business of practicing guitar. Almost you have a company to succeed, and if you just plug in computer and search something, it comes up, fun to do it. So then you will not really plan anything. If you don't plan anything, if you don't prepare anything, I don't think it really works. That's why this is a hobby of playing guitar. It's fun, but just always everybody gets here, then it's stuck. Just because everything, memorization, no preparation, and keep playing same thing, So that will happen. Wow, 11 minutes. I supposed to finish 10 minutes, and a lot of people ask me other things is, okay, how to learn fretboard? That's I have to talk in the lesson. But right now I can tell you, no, don't practice vertical like a scale patterns, because that's easy to memorize. You just use one finger. How about E string? E, F, G, A, B, C, A, B, like that. So, B, second one, B, C, D, E, F, and E and F half step, then gradually more string. So every day maybe one string or two string, like that. That's, I think, really great way to learn C major scale on the fretboard. That's because piano you can see white key and black keys, but guitar you don't see anything. You don't see anything, right? So you have to work on it, like that. And then one more. Please request, right here. Any request, anything you have a problem. Yeah, we all have problems. So write your problem, then request, as much as neat and clear, Yeah, and then most asked question: what are you listening lately? What are you listening? Very easy to say this. This is it. Jimmie Vaughan. I mean, I always loved Jimmie Vaughan since I was really into blues, and then Fabulous Thunderbirds, earlier stuff where he plays is so detailed to his study B.B. King and all the style, but then he has his own sound. He has own sounds and phrasing coming from that simplicity. And lately, I had so fortunate to see Jimmy, and then I became friend since the NAMM show. He is so nice. I mean, down to earth. I cannot believe he always smile. He always talk to me tell me so many stories. I mean, almost I cry, And then I saw a few live show. I don't record a live show, but I really remember what he played. So way he plays, it's just so rich about no choice and space. The space is just unbelievable. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. So if you listen this trio album, it's captured live. Especially I want you to listen Frame for the Blues. Okay, Frame for the Blues, number 7. And actually YouTube, there's a live version of this from Iridium, New York City. Listen to the first chorus. Amazing. So this is album, Alright, so I have to get going. See you soon. I hope you enjoy my YouTube channel. Let's communicate well. Okay, thank you.